Give me a second to join up here. Sunday live stream. Let's see what we got. Give everybody a second. We're going over a little bit of the fights last night. What's going on in the MMA world. Maybe talk a little Nick Diaz. What is up, everybody? Let me know where you're joining from. If you haven't noticed, I broke my Predator picture, so I got to get that reframed. Sorry, guys. We'll be getting that back ASAP. What is up? Indiana's in the house. Ireland. Portland. Flint. What's up, Mickey? Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Goof Troop. Coming back from San Antonio. Welcome, man. Welcome. Sweden. Alex. What's up, Alex? What is up? The Ginger Ninja is in the house as well. Nice. Yeah, we'll give everybody another minute or so to join up. Talk about the fights last night. Angie and Karate Hottie. Woo. That was a scrap. Manchester's in here. Philly. What's up? Coming from Philly. Let me know where you guys are joining from. Man, it's madness. Got a lot of people from all over the place. Utah. What's up? Karate Hottie. Woo. Got Nashville in the house. Okay. Nashville? More like Cashville. We're going to talk a little bit about the fights last night. Talk about Nick Diaz, if he's going to return. Who do you guys want him to fight? When? How? Also, man, I heard McGregor possibly is in a little bit more trouble as well. So maybe we'll touch on that. Ooh, we got Lansing, Michigan in the house. Penman. What is up? Rapid City, South Dakota. Wow, man, that's awesome. I've been to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, but never Rapid City. Never there. All right, let me know what's something we're grateful for this morning as well. You know, a beautiful Sunday, all hopefully healthy out there, alive. I'm grateful I got to wake up this morning, go to the beach, spend some time with some family. Sun's out. Man, healthy. A great week of training this whole week. I got about 5 or 6 training sessions in. Just got back from Michigan, so I'm back in San Diego right now for a little bit. So, man, lots to be grateful for. Let me know what you guys are grateful for. What are we grateful for? Doesn't have to be anything crazy either. It can just be something very, very simple. 7-year-old daughter. Awesome. Yes. There you go, man. That's your why, Cam. Healthy. Brickling, it says he's grateful to be healthy. His sister, yep. Health fight camp is going well. 3 weeks out. Nice, Zach. Nice. Where are you fighting at? Where what organization and where is it at? Let me know, Zach. Just happy to have a happy and healthy 5-year-old son. Yes. Anybody out there's got healthy family, healthy children, if you got food in your refrigerator, if you have the lights on, if you have a place to sleep, clothes on your back, any of that, man, you're super, super blessed. You know, a lot of people don't have that right now. A lot of people are going through struggle. So make sure we remind ourselves. Ooh, Zach is fighting in Valor Fighting Challenge. Cotton Eyes Joe's. Where's that at, Zach? Oh, it's at Knoxville. It's in Knoxville. Nice, man. Heck yeah, Zach. Well, good luck, my man. Make sure you go out there, put it on them, have some fun out there. Is it professional or is it amateur, Zach? Let me know. Fight Training says he's grateful for his YouTube videos and they've started getting views again. Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, the YouTube's funny. YouTube's funny with the whole algorithm and everything. So awesome that your videos are getting some views again. Amateur 135 for Zach. Yeah, awesome, man. Well, God bless. Sending that good energy out to you. Go out there and whoop some butt, dude. Have some fun. Get that strap. Ginger Ninja says, kill it, Zach. Yep. Heck yeah, man. Get it, Zach. Get it. The whole YouTube fam here supports you, my man. Want you to go out there, take care of some business. All right, let's start it off. Fights last night. Oh, man. Angela Hill versus the Karate Hottie. Angela Hill comes out first couple of rounds, puts it on the Karate Hottie, rocking her with right hands like crazy, outscoring her. Karate Hottie comes in the third round. Angie misses a big knee. She gets taken down. Karate Hottie is on top of her, kind of controls her a little bit, gets her back, ends up winning that round just based on control alone. After that, fourth round, Karate Hottie starts coming back a little bit, kind of hitting her with side kicks to the face. Nothing really that I thought was really going to hurt Ange, but I just felt like it looked good for Karate Hottie for the judges. And going to the fifth round, it was close back and forth. I thought Ange won, personally. I thought Ange scored more points, scored more strikes, pushed the fight forward the whole time. Karate Hottie did good. She hung in there. She was tough. She had a couple of good strikes. But, man, I felt like Ange did enough to win the fight. It goes to the judges' scorecards. And one judge has it for Ange, the other for Karate Hottie. And then, boom. The other judge, the third judge, gives the fight to the Karate Hottie, and she wins by split decision. What did you guys think? Did you think it was the right call? Did you guys think Karate Hottie for sure won? Do you think Ange won? Now, here's what I think. I think, at the very least, I think it should have been a draw. I think we need to see more draws in this sport instead of always giving the win towards somebody. I think we need to see some more draws. Because that was super, super close. And I felt like, I don't know if Karate Hottie's name or popularity had anything to do with it, but I don't know, man. I don't know how they gave the fight really for her. Ange walked her down, scored more strikes in 3 of the 5 rounds, went for it, did more damage. I mean, Karate Hottie's eye was all blew up, a little cut. So, yeah, that's how the fights went last night. So you guys say should have been a draw. I agree, more draws. Yeah, man. I think draws aren't a bad thing. Maybe run it back. Because here's the thing: is like Ange, her last 2 fights, like she beat Claudia in my opinion. If anybody didn't watch the predictions video that I did this week, check it out. But I really think that Ange beat Claudia 2 rounds to 1, and they gave a split decision to Claudia. So. That's Ange lost half of her money on that. She didn't get her win bonus. And then she fights Karate Hottie, and it's like the same thing. She could have dang near won, and she didn't, and now she lost half of her money again. Didn't get her win bonus. And on top of that, if Ange would have got the decision these last 2 fights, she could be very well in line for a title shot or a number 1 contender fight. So that's just how crazy these fights are, man, with the judges and so much riding on it for the fighters. Should be 14-7 now. Yeah, man, yeah. Claudia's fight was close too. Yeah, that's what Alex says. Did you guys think Ange won the fight, or did you think Karate Hottie won? Let me know what you guys think. Am I watching any football today? Man, I might, but I wasn't planning on any football. I walked down. Speaking of football, I walked down to the water this morning, and when I was walking down, there was this guy who had a backyard right next to the ocean, and he had a couple of the buddies in back there, and he had a bunch of big screens set up and watching the football game. And I was like, dang, that's the way to watch the football game, right by the ocean. Interesting fights last night, says Ryan. Joseph says Angela started to get to gas a little bit towards the end, all that footwork. Yeah, I believe so. In the 4th round, Angie she looked like a little tired, kind of like she was slowing down a little bit. But then in the 5th round, man, she came back out, and I think she secured that round by just going after it in the 5th, going, kicking, moving, right hand, elbows, like just going for it. Cam says she got rounds 1, 2, and 5 for sure. That's what I thought. I thought 1 for sure, 2 for sure. 5 was close, but I was like, if you're going to give to somebody, I think Ange, based on volume, strikes landed, damage, all of that. Joseph says, tough night to be a judge. Yeah, man. It's crazy. You'll have some judges score it 30-27 for one guy, and then other judges score it 30-27 for the other guy. So it's madness. It's madness. Ooh, Alex coming in, hitting the super chat. If anybody's got specific questions, make sure just to hit the super chat. Alex is starting it up right now. And he says, is Brandon Vera on the juice? Personally, I've never asked him. I've never seen him do any juice. But I would say no for right now, but I really do not know, Alex. Usually when people are on juice, a little bit, they're a little bit more bulkier, stronger. But I haven't seen Brandon in a minute. Brandon's out in the Philippines right now. He's been living out there for the last couple of years. So yeah, I don't know. But interesting question, Alex. Alex has always got the interesting questions. And don't forget, Rockstar. We need to get a sponsorship by them. Start giving them some love in the videos. Yeah. So besides the fights last night, besides the Angie fight, did anybody watch any of the Bellator? Because they had two cards. They had the Lyoto Machida versus Phil Davis. That was a sick fight. Phil Davis, one of my training partners, train with him all the time. Great guy. He got that decision against Machida. I think he did a great job. He looked awesome. Kat Zagano came back, former training partner of mine as well. She got her first win in a while in Bellator. And, man, congrats to those guys. I thought there was some great fights there as well. Lyoto Machida, yeah. Phil Davis has lousy stand-up. I mean, did you see, he knocked out old boy with the head kick? Did you see that one? And then he dropped Francis with the left hook, TKO'd him. So depending, which way you look at it, Kat looked good. Machida looked bad. Yeah, Kat definitely looked good. That was a big win for her. First fight in the organization, coming out, getting it done. And, yeah, she did. Machida looked bad. I don't know if it was Machida looking bad or Phil looking good, because Phil looked awesome that fight. He came out ripped, lean, meaner than I've ever seen him. Man, he got kicked, fired back with that right hand. Every time, Machida would try and score, Phil would score right back. Close, but man, did he did it. He got it done. Keith, so Raymond, I forgot the other guy's name, but it was the ball shots, the spinning back kick 2 in a row. That they stopped the fight. Keith says Raymond should have forced to sit with that guy all night in the ER and console and comfort him, then pay him. Yeah, man, two nut shots, spinning back kick, bam. First one, my man, pushed through it. Took a lot of time, but he pushed through it. And the second one, you could just tell. I mean, you could hear it. I think he might have been crying. I mean, it hurt so bad that he was over there just like, crying. It was, man, spinning back kick by Raymond. Dude, that dude's a beast. And not only one, but 2 back-to-back. Yeah, I agree, Keith. I think he should have to be in the ER with him, holding his hand like, hey, man, are you okay? Or, we'll get through this and walk him through it because, man, I don't know how that's going to affect him for the rest of his life because those were 2 big spinning back kicks right to the jewels, to the family jewels there. Oh, yes, double nut shot. That must have hurt. Yep. Did he continue to fight? No, Alex. So he got kicked in the nuts first time. They gave him the 5 minutes. He came back. And then they kind of squared up again. And as soon as they kind of clashed the second time, Raymond threw another spinning back kick and hit him even worse in the nuts. So after that, he was just basically balling, and the fight was over. So that is a tough night at the office, guys. When you're out there fighting in front of the world in your underwear, basically, and then you get hitting the nuts not only once but twice. Because here's the thing, like, you're a fighter, you want to push through it all, and he did. That first shot that he got hit with, he took his time, he was breathing, he was coming back, and he pushed through it. Even though that first cup shot must have been really, really bad. He still pushed through it. He manned up. He didn't quit. And then he comes right back into it, and he gets hit again in the cup, worse. So, man, I know he's probably frustrated because he wants to continue fighting. He doesn't want to feel like, he's quitting or anything like that. But, man, I don't know if anybody's been hit there, let alone, once hard, but twice, back to back. Man, that stuff hurts. That hurts really, really bad. So I feel for him. Hopefully they can run that fight back because I feel like he was doing a really good job against Raymond. And Raymond's considered one of the best strikers, from what I know, in the game. So for him to come out there and kick Raymond's legs, kind of was beating up Raymond a little bit before all the ball shots. That's a good performance by my man. Joseph Burns coming in, hitting the super chat. What's up, Joseph? Welcome to the channel, brother. If anybody's got questions, hit the super chat. Joseph just did, and let's see what he's got to say. Joseph says, it says you made 8,000 plus 8,000 your last fight. Is that accurate, sir? Joseph, are you talking about my last fight in the UFC or Bellator? Let me know. Let me know. British Columbia's in the house. What is up? Kaspar. So it says Bellator 243. 8,000, 8,000. No, that is not correct. I actually made more than that, Joseph. 8,000 and 8,000 was what I was making when I first got into the UFC in 2012. In my last fight, before I left the UFC, I was making 36,000 to show and 36,000 if I win, Joseph. And I don't know if you're familiar with how pay works, but you get a guaranteed purse up front, which is usually 50%. So like that 8,000 to show and 8,000, you have 50% if you win. So nope, that's a little off. And I'm working right now with Bellator guys because I want to do a video on how much I made for my Bellator fights, but I want to make sure that I didn't sign a disclosure agreement with Bellator saying I can't talk about my pay. So I'm trying to work that out right now to make sure everything's cool. Because last thing I want to do is be, having Bellator on my back and all fired up and mad just for spitting some facts. But great question, Joseph, and thank you for hitting the super chat, my man, because that helps out the channel a lot. So Nick Diaz, guys, is he coming back? Did anybody watch the video I did this past week on Nick Diaz's return? I personally would love to see Nick Diaz back because the guy has so many skills. The guy is too talented right now, and he's still fairly young for MMA. You see guys fighting well into their 40s. Nick, obviously, I think he eats correctly. He does triathlons, runs a lot, strong heart, trains. He's always with Nate. So he's been training. And he's the type of guy that can take years off and come right back and fight whoever, whenever. There was a couple of comments on my video that I did, and they were saying, you can't give, Nick Diaz Jorge Masvidal off tops, or you can't give Nick Diaz Conor McGregor right off tops. But I disagree. I think Nick Diaz is one of those guys that you can give him, Conor McGregor right off tops. You can give him Jorge Masvidal. Even though Nick's been gone for years, he will still go out there and give those guys a scrap. So what do you guys think? Nick Diaz versus Mike Perry. I like that fight. I do. Yeah, I do. I like that. I think that'd be a banger, dude. I think Nick Diaz would beat the brakes off of Mike Perry personally. And Mike's tough. I'm a fan of Mike as well, but I think Nate Diaz eats his best shots, wears them out a little bit, and just volume. Bop, 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 bop. Volume, 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 boom, boom, boom. But I would love to see that fight. Diaz versus Myles. Man, yes, I would love to fight Nick or Nate. I was supposed to fight Nate back in when I was in the UFC, but I think Nate was on some other stuff. I think he wanted more money, new contract. I think he wanted like title shot and stuff. So they offered me the fight with Nate. I accepted, but Nate didn't want to fight. He wanted to do something else. But I would love to fight Nick. I think that that'd be a dope fight. I've watched him since I was younger, and yeah. So I like where your head's at, Alex. Nick Diaz versus Mickey Gall. Okay, I mean, that'd be interesting. I mean, I don't think Mickey's on Nick's level, but here's the thing, Warmir, is that Nick has been off for a while. So if you're really trying to like help Nick out, then yeah, give a fight with Mickey Gall, I think would be more fair, just because of the time off. But just depends which way you want to swing it for Nick. Do you want to throw him right out there and see what he's got, or do you want to build him up a little bit more? Because that's a little bit more of a build-up fight if you're going to go Mickey. Maxine plays. What's up, my man? What is up? James MMA's in the house. Diaz is a straight brawler, says Cam Galbraith. Yeah, man. Yeah, Diaz is one of those guys that ain't afraid to get hit, and when you hit him, he gets more tougher. The more you hit him, the more he kind of gets more fired up, wants to go to those deep waters, go to those dark places, and yeah, man, you see a lot of people put themselves out against Nick. He's got a great chin. What's up, Eddie? Eddie's back. Eddie says, how's it going, champ? It's going good, Eddie. How are you doing, my man? Happy Sunday. Good to see you back on the live stream. We're talking about Nick Diaz right now, too. We're talking about who he should come back and fight against. And when do you guys think when do you think he's coming back? Do you think he's going to come back early next year, or do you think it's just like a big hoax? Because I've seen Dana was just kind of like, I don't believe anything about Nick Diaz coming back in or anything like that. I think Dana's Nick said he's came back so many times, and Nick does whatever he wants and whatever he feels like. So I think Dana's just like, we'll see. I'm not counting it, but maybe he will. Nick versus Connor. Yeah, man, I think that'd be a sick fight. Nick versus Connor. So what if he fought in Bellator? There's no way UFC would let him go to Bellator. He's under contract right now with the UFC, and Nick's a big draw, man. There's no way they'd let Nick go like that. So the chances of him fighting in Bellator are very, very slim right now. UFC's got him under contract, probably a good ironclad contract. So yeah, I don't see him coming in anytime soon. Myles versus Connor. Yeah, Nathan, I like where your head's at. Nate pretty much won both fights. Nick is a lot tougher and skilled than Nate. Yeah, Nick's the one that started it. Nick's the older brother. I think Nick on paper has wins over, better competition. And, and you've seen how competitive it was for how Nate does against guys like Connor or, even Jorge Masvidal. I still think, Jorge beat up Nate pretty good. But, you could definitely make an argument of, would Nick Diaz do a lot better than Nate against those guys? And I think you could say, yeah. You look at, Nick's fought GSP, Nick's knocked out Robbie Lawler, like Nick's, Strikeforce champion. So Nick's up there, man, fighting guys like Anderson Silva and everything. So I'd like to see it. Let's see what's going on in the headlines today as well. McGregor arrested for alleged sexual assault. And then I seen his manager came out, though, and said that it's false. People need to stop going after McGregor, trying to get, publicity or money or anything like that. It's totally false. So I don't know. I think it's still a little early to say if McGregor's in any more trouble or anything like that. But keeping positive energy going to that guy because, he's got a lot of stuff going on. Let's see what Eddie the Blastin coming in, hitting the super chat. Eddie's back on the channel, crushing it. Let's see what he's got to say. Maybe give Robbie Lawler one more against Nick. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, I think that fight makes a lot of sense. And I feel like a lot of hardcore fans that have been around since, before The Ultimate Fighter, before Conor and Ronda and all this, the fans that have been around, I think a lot of them want to see that match. Robbie Lawler, versus Nick Diaz 2. I think that's a sick fight, Eddie. I remember watching that fight when I was in high school, man. I remember when it came up, the first one, I seen Robbie fight before and I seen Nick. And I actually seen Nick fight live in person at UFC 40. That was when Couture versus Tito Ortiz. No, it was UFC 44, undisputed. Sorry. Nick Diaz came out there and hit his first fight in the UFC. I seen it live. So I seen Nick fight. And then when I seen when he was going to fight Robbie, I thought Robbie was going to be a bad matchup for Nick. I thought he was going to beat him up. Nick couldn't take him down, I thought. And, man, Nick comes out there and just beats him up with the boxing, drops him, slaps him, and knocks him out. So, man, for the OGs, the people that have been around, the hardcore fans, Eddie, I think Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler 2, I think that's the fight to make for sure. Yep. Twitzer says you're close to a title shot, right, Myles? Yes, I believe so, man. I believe I'm Bellator right now. I feel like I'm one fight away from a title shot. I feel like I'm a number one contender. You know, they'll probably make the case that I have to beat somebody like a Patrici, Pitbull, or whoever else is in the division in Bellator at the time. But here's the thing: is Baby Pitbull holds the lightweight title in Bellator right now, and that's the guy I want to fight. But Baby Pitbull is in the 145-pound Grand Prix. So with that being said, there's going to be 3 more fights that Baby Pitbull has to fight probably before I get an opportunity to go for that lightweight strap. So long story short, it might be a minute before the 55-pound title it becomes available to fight for, because that's what it's talking about right now. Baby Pitbull's got the strap, but he has to fight. He's in the quarterfinals of the tournament. So we got to wait to see how he does in the tournament before he's available to defend his 55-pound belt, which is kind of silly because, you know, you're going to sit there and not have him fight and be a champion. But, you know, he beat Chandler, like almost a year ago, and he hasn't defended his belt. And then they're talking about he won't defend it for another months, possibly year. So I don't know, man. I'm waiting. I don't, you know, Baby Pitbull isn't running or anything like that. He's just really busy right now. But yeah, man, I feel like I'm close right there to the title shot. I mean, I'm waiting. Yes, that's crazy. You're in your prime, and I need that title shot. Yes, I am for sure in my prime. 31 years young, getting better. Best performances are ahead of me. Surrounded by the right people, committed, trusting. Just everything is just on point. Yes, man. In my prime. What's up, Ben? What is up, my man? Hell yeah, Twiz. And if you guys didn't see, we got Slim Shady in the house. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Yes, Marshall Mathers, the real Slim Shady is here. Detroit is in the house. Warmere says Michael Chandler versus Tony Ferguson. Make it happen in October. That would be a sick fight, man. That would be a sick fight. We'll see what Chandler, if he's going to sign with UFC, if he's going to sign with ONE FC, PFL, or maybe he'll stay in Bellator, guys. I don't know. I did hear through the grapevine that, you know, he might be going somewhere else, but I've heard that for a while. So we'll see. We'll see. Chandler did not sign with anybody so far. Not that I've heard. I believe he is going around and talking to different organizations and seeing what works best for him, guys. That's what I'm thinking. Ferguson versus Hooker. Okay. Yep. What's up, Nunya? What is up, homie? What is up? All right, so we got – did anybody see that last night Neiman Gracie versus John Fitch fight? Sick inverted heel hook. Gracie tapped out John Fitch, and John Fitch was retiring. So, man, round of applause for John Fitch's career. Dude, he's had a great career. Man, fought for titles against GSP. I mean, just fought everybody, was a number one contender for years on end in the UFC. So John Fitch, man, congrats on a great career. And Neiman Gracie, congrats on a sick inverted heel hook, tapping out somebody like John Fitch, who went to a draw with Rory McDonald a couple of fights ago. You guys know how good Rory McDonald is. Yeah, Alex, John Fitch is still around. Yeah, man, he just retired though, so I don't think he'll be around for very long anymore, unless he comes back. But yeah, Josh Nichols in the house. What is up, my man? Sending some blessings over to you, man. Hopefully you're enjoying your Sunday. Fam's good, and welcome, brother. Welcome to the YouTube live stream. Joseph Burns coming back, hitting the super chat. Let's see what he's got to say, guys. Were you surprised by Ed Ruth's quick submission loss? Yes, Joseph, I was. So I've actually trained with Taylor Johnson a lot, and I've trained with Ed Ruth a couple of times as well. So going into the fight on paper, Ed Ruth was, in my opinion, a bigger name, a heavier favorite. Taylor Johnson was a little unknown. And when I knew it was going to be a close fight, but I did not expect Taylor Johnson to go out there, hit him with another inverted heel hook, which was beautiful. Taylor Johnson trains with Dean Lister a lot, Jocko Willick, a lot of studs in Victory MMA here in San Diego. So I knew Taylor has a really good jiu-jitsu, Joseph, but I didn't think he would tap out Ed Ruth like that quick. And that was nasty, man. That was a nasty – I think he popped Ed Ruth's leg. And, yeah, man, I see big things ahead for Taylor, and that was a big, big win. I didn't see it, him coming out and tapping him out like that. So, yes, yep. I don't know what's next for Ed either as well, Joseph. I think, somebody like Ed Ruth, he's the type of guy that can make some adjustments, keep learning, and come back and give anybody a run. So I would like to see if Bellator, who they put him up against next. I don't think he's gonna get caught or anything like that, but I just think he needs to kind of work on some things, adjust, and come back and take a fight. Because Ed Ruth, Joseph, did bump up to 185 for that fight, because Ed Ruth was fighting at 170 before that. So he kind of did step up with COVID and everything going on right now. It's the Wild West. You have people getting pulled from fights. You have matchups like, Taylor Johnson was supposed to fight on my card, but his opponent tested positive for COVID. So then they pulled him from the card. And then 2 weeks later, they were like, hey, do you want to fight Ed Ruth in a week or two? And Taylor Johnson said yes. Oh, man, it's the Wild West. Opportunities are popping up place. And, who's going to get matched up or time. So props to Taylor Johnson, though, for getting a big, big win. All right, let's see what else we got. Fitch retires. Anything else in the MMA game? Michelle Watterson, Juan Archuleta won the Bellator belt. Man, props to him. A big win over Mix. So he's got the strap. I think he's fighting Sergio Pettis next. Yeah, Perez. Sergio versus Juan. I think that's the next fight to make. So let's take a couple minutes, guys. Sunday, let's open it up. Does anybody got any questions? We can also talk to you a little about investing. We can talk about MMA, health, fitness. I gotta do a couple more minutes with you guys, and let me know any questions. Have you ever been in a street fight? Says Malik. Yes, I've been in a street fight a lot when I was like younger, like a kid. Got beat up a couple of times when I was younger. But I started training when I was 13, Malik. And since I started training, I don't know, I just kind of had confidence in myself, and I never really, I did so much training and fighting in the gym that when I was outside of the gym, I was wanting to have fun and didn't really get into too many street fights, man. No, not since, junior high to high school till now. I did get sucker punched though one time when I was jogging by a schizophrenic homeless man. That's a true story. I ended up chasing him around the parking lot. I was pissed, man. The guy was just out of his mind though. He's one of those guys that talks to himself. I was jogging, had my headphones on, jogged by him, and he just hit me. But I didn't go out. I got a world-class jaw. Oh, Eddie the Blastin coming in, just blasting that super chat. Thiago Alves made his debut in bare knuckle on Friday. Did you watch? No, I did not watch. Who won that, Eddie? I got to watch that one. And bare knuckle is madness. I personally would never go to bare knuckle. I like grappling. I like real fighting. I think bare knuckle is just one dimension of fighting. So split decision by Thiago. Man, that's awesome. I know Thiago was gonna retire, but he went over to bare knuckle, and looks like could be a good opportunity for him. You know what I mean? And I think bare knuckle's paying guys pretty good as well. So if you can go over there, bare knuckle, box some people, get paid some good money. Yeah. Ben says no point in messing your hands up doing that. Yeah, it just depends what your goals are. Joseph Byrne says, any new real estate deals on the horizon? Great question, Joseph. Man, I am looking. The market right now for real estate, there's no really inventory, and the stuff that's out there is priced a little more than I want to pay right now, Joseph. And you throw on top of the elections coming up in November, this whole COVID stuff going on. We're just holding on to cash right now, seeing what pops up. But I am fiending, Joseph. I talk to my wife every morning, and I'm like, man, we need to get a deal going. But I'm being patient right now because I want to find the right deal. I don't want to just buy anything. But great question, Joseph. Nothing locked up, no real estate deals at the moment, but keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully something pops up and we can get some more real estate deals under contract. Caleb says, how often do you run? Well, great question. So I run on average twice a week. And I do a lot more of my running as I get into camp to burn body fat and just to kind of keep getting my weight down little by little. But I do sprints in camp once a week as well. So that's running on the treadmill. But I love running just in general. Like even when I'm done fighting, I'm still going to go for, like, one of my favorite things to do is to go jog right down to the ocean, run on the ocean, run back. There's something natural about running that I love. So yeah, I usually run about once or twice a week though. So Beef Spork says, I've been grappling for 6 years and I dream to get into MMA. When do you think it's too late to start striking? Beef Spork, it goes back to what do you want? I mean, for me, I feel like it's never too late to do anything. If you want to learn striking, man, you can do that at any age. You just got to put the time into it. You got to be disciplined. You got to stick with it, and you'll learn it, Beef. And that's smart. If you want to do MMA eventually, you got the grappling 6 years, start training that striking, and man, be well-rounded, so that way when you start fighting in MMA, you're well-rounded. You can defend yourself on the ground, on the feet, and you'll have a better chances of being successful. Let's see what else we got. Let's go. Ghostface, will you fight in England when crowds are allowed back? Heck yeah. Yeah, I'd love to fight England. Did you see Bellator just announced that they're going to Paris, France? The first organization to ever do that. So congrats, Bellator. I'm proud to be a part of the organization, man. And maybe I'll be fighting in Paris. That'd be dope, huh? Paris, or maybe I'll go back to Dublin. Yeah, I would love it. I would love to fight. I mean, fight there. Let's see. Alex says, I still want to train MMA, but damn, COVID spiking again in Toronto. Yeah, man. This once in a lifetime experience here we're going through. COVID, stuff being shut down. And I do know, fall's coming up and winter's coming up as well, guys. So flu season is right around the corner. So I'm interested to see, how the cases, everything goes with that. But, it's a scary time. I mean, I don't know if businesses are going to be shutting back down. A lot of businesses out here in Southern California are going to be okay because they're opening up their restaurants and people are eating outside. People are exercising outside. They're doing a lot of the stuff outside. But when you look at places like Iowa, or you look at Michigan or New York, in a couple of more months, people aren't just going to be able to sit outside, and eat food. It's going to be so cold and winter's coming. So, you just got to wonder, how are these businesses, how are the government is going to act when stuff gets, if cases break out, or, people can't eat outside or do business outside. I'm just interested to see what happens with that. Twiz says, you're an inspiration. Thanks for being so open with fans. Yeah, anytime, my man, anytime. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up button. And yeah, always looking here at the channel, guys, to educate and inspire people any way I can, and through martial arts or real estate. Those are my two passions. So I try and kick any knowledge, any experience that has helped me down to you guys, and vice versa. I'm always love to connect with you, get your guys' opinions on subjects. Let me know, because there's always something I can learn as well. Christopher says it's 25% capacity here in New Jersey right now. Yeah, Christopher. I mean, you think 25% capacity, that's 1 out of 4. So instead of having 4 people in your restaurant, you're only having 1. That's, businesses, how are they going to survive? You know what I mean? Like, margins were already low. They're only making so much money after paying rent, utilities, food supplies, whatever the business is. They have to make a profit. And if it's only 25% capacity, it's like, man, that's just cutting into their profits. Caleb says, thoughts on the Nick Diaz possible comeback. I don't know if you missed it, my man, but we were talking about it. I would love Nick Diaz to come back. I would love to see Nick Diaz fight Jorge Masvidal or Conor. I think Nick Diaz is super talented, super tough. I think he gives anybody in the division a run for their money, even after being off for years. And I feel like the hardcore fans that have been around before Conor and Ronda Rousey and all this, they all love Nick Diaz as well, and they want to see him back. So I'm waiting, and hopefully he comes back sooner than later, because the dude's got so much talent, and I'd hate to see it be wasted. He's got so many great fights in front of him. Xavier says, what would be a big fight for you? Right now, the biggest fight for me is Baby Pitbull and Bellator, man. That's who I'm signed with. He's got the belt. One thing I want to cross off my bucket list before I die, man, is getting a world championship belt. And that to me is the biggest fight right now. Alex says, Kingdom was a great show. I watched the first season, and I haven't watched the second season yet. That's something I still have to do. But first season was cool. A lot of good stuff in it. And did you guys notice in the first season, the guy that was the champ that he ended up having to fight at the end? That was Georgie, my last opponent. So I was watching it, and I was like, damn, that's the guy I'm going to fight. That's Georgie. So I was like, what a small world, huh? Just Call Me Rory says, how close do you think you are to a title shot? I think I'm 1 fight away from a title shot, my man. I think I am 1 fight away from a title shot. That's what I think. All right, guys. Well, happy Sunday. It's been awesome connecting, chatting with you guys, as always. Alex, Warmere, Christopher, Eddie, all the guys. Josh Nickel, what's up, brother? And, man, as always, great chat with you guys. I will talk to you soon. Christopher, yes, we will be doing a giveaway here soon, so stay tuned. You see what we just did there? We just did a little rhyme, doing a giveaway soon, so stay tuned. But I will definitely fill you guys in, and stay tuned. We're going to do another video this week. So happy Sunday. God bless, and I'll talk to you guys soon.